Well, hello guys, this is Paraleo, and today we are taking a look at some content from the...
We're on a ship off the coast. We
Just
don't
give
have
her a
any
minute.
supplies. If you hear this, if you find us somehow, please help us.
We are taking a look at some content from the latest DLC for Endzone, A World Apart. The DLC is called Distant Lands. There are 3 mega expeditions divided in 3 parts, no, 4 mega expeditions, sorry, divided in 3 parts, and we are taking a look at the southern expedition. I added this content after I recorded everything during editing, so this entire expedition won't have commentary for 95% of it. I just felt like you have to have an intro in this case, right? The expedition went well, I never failed anything, and all of them were made in the first try. I didn't have to make round trips to finish up. Alright, maybe you wanna see how the story is. Maybe you just want to take some pointers and see what is required before starting. In that case, take a look. It's very well documented, you know. I usually explore everything that I can when I'm doing content, so enjoy. See you towards the end of the vid again for some more comments. Bye bye.
I repeat, if anyone can... Stop. Not one step further. What are you doing on the ship? Are you here because of the SOS? Captain? Gee, well, basically there isn't anybody like that here. We're all alone on the ship and sent off the SOS ourselves. No, I'm the oldest one of us here. By the way, my name is Lila. At the beginning, everything worked really well on the ship, but then a whole bunch of things went wrong. We probably just had bad luck, and now all that's left are us kids. That would be awesome! If you could give us a hand with our problems, then we'll be able to navigate the ship from there for sure. Look at this. Our rain collector was destroyed in a storm. Ever since then, we've been short on water, and we can't drink salt water, can we? That's a leak. We wanted to patch it, but don't have anything suitable. And none of us really has a clue anyway. Nifty, thanks a lot. Do you think it can be repaired? Oh, that's ace. It already looks very sturdy. And it'll really hold up that way? Really? Truly? Our water supplies are pretty empty, and I don't know when it's going to rain again. Could you give us some water? Yeah? Really? Awesome. That sure does help us. It ought to last for a while. You know, a few days ago everything was still okay. And then everybody got sick. I think it's because we didn't have so much to eat anymore. Here, come here fast. We laid them down in the quarters back there. It all started with plain belly aches. Nothing bad, really. Then it got worse and worse. Now Ben and Alba can't even stand up anymore. Ben? Alba? That doesn't look good. The last time I took a look, they were still doing better. This one here is Ed. He's sort of familiar with technology and stuff like that. But since a few days ago, he can't even get upright anymore. Ed, how are you doing? He says he'll make it, but he's just playing the hero. I mean, just look at him. Ben? Alba? That doesn't look good. The last time I took a look, they were still doing better. How bad is it? Can you do anything about it? They'll get better and be healthy again, won't they? We haven't really had anything to eat for days. And there's no medicine here on the ship either. Nowhere. Yes, we should have watered the fields, it's true. But we just didn't have any water left to do it. Whatever was there, we needed for drinking. We don't have a bit of food left either. If the plants on the fields would grow again, then we'd be able to harvest something there and eat it, right? Can you do anything about that? Awesome, thanks. It's much better like this. With the water, the plants will grow again soon for sure. Hey, we've gathered a fair amount of grains and kernels here. We have no idea. Can you just put them in the ground? That's ace! You really do know your way around. I watched you, so next time I'll even get it done all by myself. Thanks! Do you want to take a few of the seeds with you? We're happy to share with you. We were headed towards the coast, but the ship has stood still since then. Something's wrong with the engine, I think. Ben would have known about stuff like that. Well, at any rate, a little bit. He just loves tinkering around. But he's sick, and I don't have a clue. Yeah, exactly. It was loud here before, but now it's all quiet. Could you take a look at it? Wow, nifty! To me, that's just a pile of steel and pipes. There's also this boiler here. We need that too, don't we? We thought all you'd have to do is burn up something inside. The main thing is something's burning. You say we can use that to get ourselves going again? Awesome! I'll tell the others. That'll make them happy for sure. Those were the worst problems, I think. It's nifty how you were able to help us. But maybe it would be better if you took off again now. Sure thing you've got plenty to do at home, too. At this point, we'll manage on our own. I think so, yeah. We're better equipped now. And thanks to your help, we've also learned some things about the ship, too. For sure, yeah. A pretty wild bunch, aren't they? A few dozen kids on a ship. But what are we supposed to do? Just give up? No, we'll make it. It's okay. You really can go now. We still have the radio in an emergency. Amazing that it works out here, huh? Ben gave it to me. Then I basically just tried it out. Hey, at any rate, it was a good thing you were there. I don't know how we would have done it on our own. Whatever. All I want to say is, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Hello? This is Lila speaking from the, ship. The thing is, we have a problem here. Do you think you could drop by one more time?
Awesome. You've come at just the right time. Hold on a second. Ben? Alba? Ed? Look who's here! These are the people who rescued you. Luckily, we're healthy again now. We take much better care of ourselves and the ship now. Well, up until the little incident here. Out on the high seas, navigating was no problem. When this island popped up on the horizon, we originally wanted to sail around it. There was an endless back and forth, and nobody knew how we were supposed to get out of the way in time. By then, it was already too late. We wanted to head here in the south because we thought fruit can be farmed here, and besides that, it's nice and warm. We heard that somewhere. However, there is a problem. You see, now we're stuck here and can't move. We haven't dared to look and see how bad the damage actually is. Not yet. Couldn't you do that for us? Oh, Nifty, do you really mean that's okay with you? Basically, only the navigation system has to be repaired, and we have to get the ship free somehow. And everything that doesn't work up front. Yeah, exactly. Ben says there's something wrong with the antennas. He tried this and that, but it didn't do a thing. The point is, he's no expert either. Here, these are the antennas. The storms and the hefty collision have bent everything out of shape. like sounds coming from the control panel. Looks like it worked. That's ace. Set at signal, it lights up green here. You hear it crackling again, too. But that's a good sign, isn't it? Yes, we did notice it, but we weren't sure what could be done about it. Until recently, everything still worked. Can something be done to fix it? Hey, that's ace. Now that the cables are new again, this ought to stand up for quite some time at first, right? You're right. I was up here when we ran aground. The impact made quite a bang. Can it be repaired? Yeah, I see it. The needle's in the middle again. What luck! It's awesome that you've got so much know-how. Without you, we definitely wouldn't have managed it. Thanks a lot. When the helm has been readjusted, then we can steer the ship properly again. To be honest, I don't know if the panel still works, but you're welcome to take a look. We don't use a lot of these buttons at all because we don't know what they stand for. To be on the safe side, I switched off the engines before the collision. There's a reverse gear? Ah, yeah, now that you mention it, I remember again. The grown-ups actually used to be able to move the ship backwards. Wait a sec. I'll put a note here for myself so that I don't forget it again. The anchor was lowered? We didn't even notice it. To be honest, we've never done anything with it. But it's very good that you've shown us where we can do it. Thanks a lot. I tried to get us out of the way, but it all happened so fast, and all I managed to do was make sure we didn't head into the rocks. If we don't get the ship out of the sand again, will we have to abandon it? Does it mean we won't be able to continue our voyage? All the sand is gone. Now the ship is floating freely again. Nifty! But wait a minute, oh, damn it. That's not good. That looks bad. There's a hole in the ship. You see it? Can it be patched up some way or another? Are we sinking now? The hole is sealed now, but what are we going to do with all the water inside the ship? We have to get it out again somehow, right? Can't you do something? Oh, wow! You've managed to start up the pump. That's ace! That way we can get the water out of the ship. And if it rains heavily again sometime and some water runs into the ship, then we don't have to haul around all those heavy buckets anymore. Thanks for bailing us out once again. It was a lot of work, and without you, this little island would have been the end of the voyage. Then let's set a course headed south. Luckily, the compass works again. Off we go, sailors, southbound for paradise. I'm glad that we can finally sail on again at last. Now we've really gone through everything at least once with this ship. The next time we see each other, there won't be a catastrophe. That's a promise.
Hello, this is Lila here from the ship. We're on our way south now. We're doing fine, but we need your help again. We've begun a new project and we're not making any more progress. Don't you feel like visiting us again?
Hey, it's nice to see you again. And this time we really don't need to be rescued either. Look, we found a lot of big fishing nets in the ship's belly and already used them to collect a whole bunch of flotsam. There's so much stuff floating in the sea that it will never get boring here because you can make so many things out of it. Yeah, and you know what was underneath all those nets? A huge battery! We thought if we hook up the battery, we could have electricity here on our ship. After all, there's a big wind turbine in the back at the stern. It could provide the necessary energy. That's what we thought too. The only thing is, naturally, it doesn't work yet, and it's all a bit too complicated for us. We came up with the idea to radio you. After all, you've already helped us out so often. Do you know your way around things like that too? What would you like to look at first? The battery down inside the ship, or the wind turbine in the back? At any rate, you'll have to put your minds to both of them. Yes, the wind turbine is back here. You see it? The next thing is you ought to take a closer look at it. Something's wrong with it. At any rate, it doesn't spin anymore. It used to be different. When a storm came, it always really flew round and round. This is it, the battery. At any rate, we also found some old notations that refer to this big device here by name. I also remember that there always used to be a loud hum in here, but there hasn't been a sound in here for some time now. Could you help us with the battery? Is there some way we can set up a big power grid that connects everything on the ship with each other? Do you know which parts belong to the machine and which don't? I mean, can you see that? There's a whole lot of stuff lying around down here. Nifty. The part fits like a glove there. And what exactly does it do? It converts the electrical current from the wind turbine into electricity that the battery can store? I thought power was power. Huh, it went click. I heard it, no doubt about it. Is it working already? Are we already collecting electricity? Did something just happen there? So does the control whatchamacallit work again now? Awesome! Yeah, that's ace! Thanks a lot already for all the trouble you took. It all looks tip-top to me. I am kind of impatient, so can we get that big thing started now? I know maybe I'm a little bit impetus here, but it would simply be so fine if it did the trick now. Yes, the wind turbine is back here. You see it? The next thing is you ought to take a closer look at it. Something's wrong with it. At any rate, it doesn't spin anymore. It used to be different. When a storm came, it always really flew round and round. Looks kind of willy-nilly, I know. I think those are old airplane parts. The grown-ups put it together way back when. If you get it to spin again, it could provide us with electricity. Hey, that looks awesome! The wind turbine is spinning again. Now it can generate power for the whole ship. I know maybe I'm a little bit impetus here. That looks interesting, but whatever you're doing there somehow seems like magic, too. At any rate, as for really understanding it, I don't. Do you think if something else breaks down... Ah, that's fabulous. Yes, you realized what it was really well. The others in their containers will be happy. Non-stop lighting and clean water again at last. You want to hook up the bridge too? And that means you have to get into the power distribution room? But it's locked. Are you sure you have to get in there? True, yes, that does make sense. The room is locked up, you know? And the key... we'd have to go get it first. You see, that presents a problem. The, old captain had it. Yeah, the old captain. We locked him in. We're sorry we didn't already tell you about him before. You know, he just went bananas. Before you were here the first time, he started shooting at the others. And now he's sitting in the back of the ship in a cell. Yes, there's an old container back there. The grown-ups converted it into a cell. But none of them are still alive anymore now. So we stuck the captain in there. Okay, then just follow me. But be careful! He's completely wacko! Where did he go? He was still in here before. Oh no, did he break out? Does that mean he's somewhere on the ship? What should we do now? We've got to warn everybody, and you've got to watch out for yourselves too. There was already that time when he just started firing away. He has to be here somewhere on the ship. God only knows what he's planning. At any rate, he has the key to the power distribution room. He must have gone below deck, or else we would have spied him already. Quick! We've got to get down there before he gets his hands on all the weapons. Yes. There's a room with a whole bunch of old weapons down below on the ship. Pistols and rifles and stuff like that. And the captain certainly knows that it's all down there. After all, at one point, it was his ship. Yeah, this way. Down the stairs back there, and then left at the end of the passageway there. That's where the room with all the old weapons is. That guy is completely wacko. Originally, there were more people on the ship. Us and 5 others, older ones. They knew about how the ship functions, too. At some point, there were shots at night. He shot them. All of them. For whatever reason. We overpowered him and locked him in the cell. We brought him food and stuff, but all he did was hammer against the door and tell us over and over again that he'll wring our necks. Every night you heard him. Then our supplies ran out. Damn it. What were we supposed to do? We didn't have anything for ourselves. Otherwise, we would have starved to death. We had to leave him back there. He would have done away with all of us. I just ask myself what we ought to do now. What do we do with him, now that he's dead? I can't tell you how much you've helped us. Yeah, we've already gotten a lot closer to the south. We'll make it, for sure.
You really were a big help to us. I don't know if we would have done it without you. The idea occurred to us to pass along the blueprints for the power system to you on your way. We already have one now, and I don't think we're going to build another one at some point. And if we do, then then we'll just ask you for help again, right?
Well, hello guys, this is Paraleo. I don't know, I may edit this a bit and add some comments during editing. Yeah, so it's 20% extra power generated by the solar collector, and 60%, 20%, right? Right, 20% extra power generated by the wind turbine. I am a bit disappointed. I was waiting for them to at least reduce the ranges in which you have interference. I wanted to have a smaller range so you can feel this a lot closer to each other. Overall, the expedition was interesting, I would say, but yeah, it took me about 35 seasons, I think, right? Not really, because you get the blueprints without needing for them to return. Yeah, you don't need to wait them to return from the third step of the expedition. So I basically spent 25 seasons on the road, right, going there basically, and for the last step it was only 5 seasons to get to the ship, and you don't have to wait 5 seasons more for them to come back and to get the blueprints. You get them instantly. That's cool, but it's still a long time, and I don't know, it's a bit too long to spend your time for that. Yeah, so it's a 20% bump in electricity production. Not bad, but it's not great for all that work we did. As I said, I was hoping like to have cheaper stuff. Well, I was hoping for a lot more stuff to be added, like reducing the interference ranges for the turbines, the costs, maybe increasing the range of the power poles. There is so much stuff that you could that they could have done with this. I mean, no, all that work, like 30 seasons. Yeah. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I will post everything. I will post every expedition, so keep an eye on the channel. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you around. Bye bye. It's a nice addition. It's a nice addition. It's all.